Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today's video we would like to go through the so-called the Administration of Immigration and Citizenship Program. Now what does that mean? That means just they are bringing all the statistics of the immigration of Australia for the past year. So we can compare how 2024, because we just got into 2025, so we're going to compare how 2024 perform in compare to the previous figures. Now you can find this information, it's just newly published. I think it was late yesterday, or anyway, it's published on the 21st of February 2025 from the Department of Home Affairs website. So what you're going to do is you only just basically punch in imi.homeaffairs.gov.au, and then at the news section you will find this new information here. It reads the 14th edition of the Administration of Immigration and Citizenship Program paper now available. Now obviously it's a very boring report. If you really cannot falling asleep, you may want to do this, download it and have a good read, and you probably will fall asleep on probably the second or third page. Anyway, the reason that you subscribe to my channel is that I will do I'll read them out for you, and I'll do my analysis, so you know what those figures and numbers will actually mean. It's much more meaningful, watching or listening to someone who actually know the industry, so you know what those figures actually meant. Now, I mean, we had just gone through a very tough 2024. Now, don't know about 2025 because we had Donald Trump, now the second term of president in the United States. Now, obviously, we're not doing any visa, related to USA, but Australia is strongly connected as one of the key English-speaking and the ally of USA. So obviously, whatever that it's doing and decide or change in the US, it will also indirectly affect Australia as well. So don't know about 2025, but it's gonna be another exciting year. All right, let's jump into the actual detail of the report, and I'll go through each one of the detail that I think it's more related to all my viewers and readers. So then you can download it. It's how many pages this one? It's 59 pages. So quite boring. Anyway, it's a government report, so cannot complain too much. Let's just skip the first few pages, as it just gives you, introductory table contents and list of tables, acronyms, and that doesn't really relate to us as much. Now, all right, that's this one here. Administering the immigration program, the broad visa. So as you can see, since 2022 and 23, the hypes, the entire visa program, I mean the visa is being approved and people coming in has been reduced. Not gonna do any comparison with 2020 and 2021 because that's COVID. They got major constraint on the international travel back then. But as you can see, for 2024 and 25, it's not even getting close to 2019, but obviously it's lesser, and that means the government's initiative, despite that you wanted to argue whether or not the housing crisis is caused by the migrants and things. We have done a lot of chats, discussion in regards to that realm and in that realm, and also talk about the international student. But the government had got their job done, despite there's a lot of debates. People are pushing each other, the politicians from both sides. But anyway, it's coming down, so they have met their goal. And obviously the net overseas migration has dropped to it's pretty short there. Now the net overseas migration is it includes the temporary migrants and also the permanent migrants. So you probably have seen this on the news. It went up straight right after COVID. Everybody comes into Australia, and now it's on the trajectory of going downwards. So somewhere I will say coming down to about the 300, between 300 and 400,000, somewhere there. So that's the goal that they wanted to meet, perhaps or even lower. The other Peter Dutton, the opposition leader, want to push it further down, but I'm not too sure he could actually achieve that, because that's it would actually affect the economy quite a lot. But anyhow, let's see how it goes. All right, what's this one? The net migration. So we've seen that already. We've seen the changes of visa. So there has been, for example, a major change is the student ones. There's a 4.6% lesser, and temporary protection. There's lesser people coming to asylum seekers and things like that. And also there's another one, the temporary residence. That's the from other than employment. That means skill employment. With that means the 482 visas has seen drop a little bit there. We'll see the actual figure with every single different type of visa. Now the first one is this one. This is the visitor visa. Now you can see visitor visa has also dropped too. I think that's caused by the effect, the post-COVID effect, and also the high costs, the inflations. Travelers are going, now I think Japan had huge visitors in the past years. Asia has been coping with inflation quite well, by means there's not much of inflation going on in Asia. So people from travelers from Western nations going to Asia, they can spend a lot more. As you can see, there's a lesser visitors visiting Australia. And the refusal is very high still. I think it's causing by majorly. I know there has been a lot of refusals going on in the region of India and China. First of all, it's a major populated countries. Not everyone is gonna get it, but they are still open for everyone to apply. By means, the embassies over there are making huge load of money, but they also refuse huge numbers of applications. So you just got to be very careful if you're coming from those countries. You got to be very, your application got to be very bright. Otherwise, you just get straight refusals. But as you can see, the government has been controlling that quite well, and that also add on to the manage of the net overseas migration as well. So visitors coming down a bit. So not a bit, that's actually quite a lot, but I think that will actually affect the tourism and the hospitality industry, though. I'm not too sure how. We haven't really getting to those how those industry actually get affected. I think they already got the side effect from since COVID. So they're probably not much of a effect anymore, but lesser. That's really much lesser visitor compared to the previous former years, pre-COVID age there. All right, student visa. Now this is the huge one. That's the one I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this. This is that's just straight went down. That's lesser than the year that they were having those issue with the COVID. So as you can see, what the government has been trying to do with the introduction of the genuine student tests, and also the all the special forces catching those so-called ghost colleges, is causing a major drop of the student visa applications. Now, even if we talk about this is only half year, even if we add another half, that's going back to the about 2016 or 2017's level. So that's a major drop, and we will continue to see a lot more private colleges going under, and also, we reported some of one of the largest education agencies going busted as well. So that's, unfortunately, that's what's gonna happen. And you can see the major changes. The big thing for 2024 is the change of AD course. I think that the issue here, the cause of this, is because the visa application fee. Now, the visa application fee is just too much in compared to all the other visa as a ratio if someone just wanted to come and study English. So they won't, of course they won't study, they won't pay for a visa application just to come to Australia to study English. So the any course colleges is struggling. A lot of these colleges, they are my friends as well. And not much of changes on the vocational, but I think this stats is still lack in time though. But if we look down here, with the actual going into month by month, you will see a major drop of the from the vet sector. If we go back to 2023, the hype was back in June, and then they continue to drop and drop and drop. The number continue just dropping, and the AD course is not going well as well. It's dropping as well. Now it's only, that's just not it's not sustainable level. School sector is pretty norm, post-grad pretty norm, higher education pretty norm, but the big two subsector of the international education is the AD course, that's English college, and also the vet courses. It's just dropping. I don't think it will go back in short term. Okay, now we'll talk about the student visa, working holiday. Well, not much we've talked about here. It's just everybody's getting it. So we got 98,000 Indians and 34,000 Chinese and Vietnamese, 7,000 there. Then let's scroll down to the employment sponsor visa. It's pretty steady, but the major big change is there's almost half less software programmers. Is it the industry issue? There's also ICT, business and system analysis. And look at those ICT related employments. It's just dropping a lot. I'm not too sure what's happening there. Is it though because all the tech company is moving out of Australia? I don't know. There's a huge increase on nursing and care workers. That's expected. So that's the stats there. And let's move on to, this is the Pacific one. So we can have a little read on this one, but not really majorly. And the mates program, that's for the Indians. There's about 3,000 of them available every year. Bridging visa, steady. And then we have a look at the other information now. Where am I? The 22. I think that I'm going down to. Okay, here. This is a good one. This is for the general skill migration and all the category. Now we see that for Australia there's 185,000 for the quarter, and let's see how they perform. Now the most migrants, top country of the citizenship. So the first top one is from India, second one's China, Philippines, Nepal, UK, Pakistan, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan, South Africa. And then we move to the right. This is the information in regards to the provisional permanent visa since 2021. So employment sponsor, there's an increase because this is only a half year. So if we times that by 2, just project them, it's actually more than that. And the skill independent, I think this last year is quite low, but this year is still lower than 2022 and 23. So the big winner is still the employment sponsor, as I have always mentioned. That's why I've done a lot of video talking about the 482, talking about the 186 visas. You might want to review them. The BIP programs are closed. Now, why is it still 3,000? Because there are still one AA visa. They wanted to transfer into 888 visa applicants. Global talent, that's very, very low because it's invitation based. And I think since July last year, they haven't really invited anyone, so it's been kept pretty low down there. All right, a number of applications lodged by regional visas. Just have a little review there. I think it's pretty steady, not much. And with the introduction of, just to let you know, with the introduction of the new SID visa, the skills in demand visa, I think the regional visa and also the CSOL, the core skill occupation list, the regional visa has really phased out. It's very disadvantaged, and I don't think anyone wanted to do it. Previously, there were a lot of occupation that you're required to only be lodged in regional Australia. Now, because the core skill occupation list has been introduced, a lot of people would just do it within the city. They don't want to go regional. So regional is losing big this time, but it's going steady. It's going steady. But if you see the total number, it's just dropping a lot. It's not even meeting. Even if we times this by 2, this is not gonna meet the last year's mark, and also not just the year before. It's gonna be lesser than that. So unfortunately, regional is until they really bring in a new regional program, as what they have just mentioned previously, they will. Now, this will be the last figure graph that I wanted to show you. This is the first stage partner visa, and again, this is a family related. It's dropping. Well, it's pretty. I think it's matching with last year, because if we times this by 2, it will be about the same. So, but I think there's a lot more delay going on the partner visa, family related visa program there. And I think that's all the thing that we want to know. All the other one is talking about the outreach, humanitarian, and protection things with the English program. So that will really wraps up for what the report that we just received, and it's publicly available on immigration website. You might want to view it. So again, I think the government of Australia has met their goal. This report is out just before election, so they can pitch that the Labor government has done their job. They kept the visa down, especially in the students' visa program. I'm stunning on the big drop on the visitor visa. I think it's more of the global issue, because the inflation issues. The lesser people wanted to come to Australia to spend money, they might as well to Southeast Asia or East Asia to travel, because there's not the spending there is it's kept almost the same as the pre-COVID level. But in Australia, New Zealand, if they go to Europe or US, the cost is just going very high. So anyway, that's for your review on the report. Should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.